Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors, the podcast that keeps HR pros, business leaders, and operations teams ahead of the curve. We're sponsored by our friends at Paychex and also by WorkHuman. My name is Steve Boese. Can manufacturing revive America's heartland? Today we're exploring an important question. Can revitalizing manufacturing help America's heartland catch up with the tech centers like Silicon Valley and New York City? Over the past few decades, economic growth in the United States has been heavily concentrated in metropolitan hubs like San Francisco, Austin, Seattle, New York, and Boston. These cities have become epicenters for high-paying jobs, particularly in tech and finance. Meanwhile, many regions in the heartland of the country have experienced economic stagnation, with limited access to well-paying employment opportunities, declining working-age populations, and overall lack of opportunities and optimism. Manufacturing has historically provided good wages, especially for workers without college degrees. Economist Gordon Hanson from Harvard Kennedy School emphasizes that manufacturing remains crucial because it offers good-paying jobs to Americans who lack higher education credentials. However, Hanson cautions against overemphasizing manufacturing as a singular solution, noting that the broader issue is the scarcity of quality jobs for non-college educated workers across all sectors of the economy, not just manufacturing. Efforts to revive manufacturing often involve policies like tariffs on imported manufactured goods, tax and development incentives for domestic investments in manufacturing capacity, and reshoring initiatives. While these strategies aim to boost domestic production, they can lead to unintended consequences, such as trade tensions and increased costs for consumers. And some economists argue that a more effective approach would be focused on creating a diverse array of good jobs for workers without college degrees, rather than solely concentrating on manufacturing as the fix to all of these problems. Revitalizing manufacturing in the heartland could contribute to economic rebalancing, but it's not a panacea. A comprehensive strategy that includes education, training, and investment in various industries is essential to provide equitable employment opportunities across the country. So as we consider the future of work in America, let's ask ourselves the question, are we focusing too narrowly on manufacturing, or are we ready to embrace a broader vision that ensures prosperity for all regions and all workers? Let's not end today's episode with just that question. We owe it to ourselves to imagine some answers. If we are thinking too narrowly about manufacturing, then what could a broader, more inclusive future for American workers look like, especially for those without a college degree? Here are 3 potential strategies that economists have proposed that could help us create more opportunity across the board. First, the skilled services surge. Imagine a nationwide investment in vocational and apprenticeship programs for growing sectors in healthcare, clean energy, logistics, and advanced construction. These are high-impact industries that can't be offshored, offer career growth, and often don't require a 4-year degree. Jobs like solar panel installers, medical techs, drone operators, and precision welders. They're not factory-bound, but they are future-ready. Next, tech-enabled trades. What if we embedded more modern digital training in traditional blue-collar roles? Electricians, HVAC techs, auto mechanics, and more could all benefit from AI-powered diagnostics, 3D printing, or robotics literacy. This approach merges the best of hands-on work with the digital tools of tomorrow, bringing dignity, innovation, growth, and better pay to these trades jobs. And last, community-based innovation. Instead of trying to recreate Silicon Valley, say, in Kansas, we could invest more in regional job innovation zones. These would pair local community colleges, small businesses, and startups with federal grants to create local jobs rooted in local strengths, whether that's in food processing, green energy, small batch manufacturing, etc. Goal: economic ecosystems that reflect the diversity of our geography. Each of these strategies shares the same goal, though, making sure workers, especially those without college degrees, aren't left behind in the economic transformation ahead. So what do you think? Can we build a new American dream that's not centered only around degrees or manufacturing jobs, but based on skills and dignity and opportunity for everyone? That's plenty to think about. That's all for today's Workplace Minute. Want more on the future of work, talent, and tech? Be sure to hit follow or subscribe and share this episode with a colleague who cares about getting the workplace right. And we will continue to follow this and all the important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. This has been Steve Boese for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors.